The biggest underwater heist. The billion-dollar secret beneath the sea. They said the ocean keeps its secrets. But one night, it whispered back. A sonar operator caught something no one could explain. A massive echo, deep below the Pacific, shaped like a ship, but breathing. And what lay inside that wreck would spark the greatest underwater heist in history. Billions in wartime treasure, a team of rogue divers, and a silence that still haunts the deep. You're about to hear the story of how a handful of men stole from the dead, and how that theft is still poisoning the living. In 1989, a mysterious vessel, the Meridian, vanished from radar near Micronesia. Weeks later, fragments of a classified U.S. Navy ship were found on the ocean floor, and the truth began to leak like oil through water.
A sinking cruise ship in Stockton with a storied history.
So the ship actually hit a coral reef about 2 weeks ago, and it started...
The wreck, codenamed Project Mariner, wasn't just any World War II relic. It carried a fortune: gold, platinum, and experimental materials meant for post-war recovery. And one man, Captain Darius Kane, decided it was his destiny to take it. He wasn't a villain out of a movie. He was a believer, a diver who once said, "If the ocean buries it, it's fair game." But when he and his crew cracked open that wreck, they didn't just find treasure, they found ghosts. Divers described seeing light shimmering under the silt, crates stamped with a faded eagle. When they opened them, bars of gold gleamed like sunlight trapped in the dark. But as they surfaced, one diver whispered into his recorder, "The sea doesn't want us to leave." Days later, 2 of them were gone. One drowned mysteriously, the other disappeared with his share. Body never found. When authorities discovered the site, the seabed was scarred, ripped open. The Meridian was found adrift. No crew, no logs, just empty suits and tools still warm. That was the last time anyone saw Captain Kane. For years, people called it myth. But in 2016, researchers found proof. The wreck was real, and worse than anyone imagined. Toxic waste from the ship had begun leaking into local reefs. Fish were dying. Children were falling ill, and declassified files revealed what had truly sunk with Project Mariner. Not just gold, but chemical weapons materials erased from history. The divers hadn't just stolen treasure, they had unleashed a slow disaster. Dr. Aiko Sato, a marine historian, said it best. They thought they took gold, but they took the ocean's breath today. Descendants of the crew and islanders whose waters were poisoned are still fighting for truth. Governments deny involvement. The thieves are gone, but the damage remains. Coral grows through twisted steel now, a quiet memorial sculpted by time. Sometimes divers say they hear tapping sounds down there, like someone knocking from the other side. Maybe it's just the current, or maybe the sea remembers. Every generation has its heist. Some chase gold, others chase forgiveness. But beneath the silence, one truth lingers. You can steal from the ocean, but the ocean always takes something back. When you stare long enough into the deep, you start to wonder, what if the real sunken fortune was our humanity? Some treasures are lost for a reason.